Well, welcome back, everyone, and we are back with the beach episode. I can. This is so hot, dude. Like this is what I want from a beach episode.
레인, 나는 이 버스 좀 살펴볼 테니까 손님들 접대. 아니, 대응 좀 부탁해.
Molar, there we go. Molar. That's who they are. Molar fixers. Who's with the tooth symbol. Boatworks. Dude. I don't know, this feels nostalgic. This kind of environment. Rain! I'm going to take a look at this bus, so why don't you get them to reception... I mean... entertain the guests.
알았어.
Okay. The sinners were led into what appeared to be a workshop, packed with tools and various mechanical apparatures.
이 공방은 보기보다 꽤 고난도의 장비까지 하고 있는 모양이군.
It seems to me that this workshop is capable of making more sophisticated modifications than it initially appeared.
알아보시겠나요?
You recognize these?
무기와 장비를 정비하는 공방적 기술에 대한 폭넓은 이해는 전쟁 중에 가장 중요했으니까.
During the war, it was of utmost importance to have a general understanding of arms and gear workshops. Yeah. If you want to have a more light-hearted conversation, you can talk to someone else. This awkward conversation was cut short by a sudden and deafening noise!
무슨 소리죠?
What was that sound?
메피스토 팰리스의 비명. 아니, 경보가 작동한 것 같군요.
That was Mephistopheles' scream. Or the alarm, rather. Bro can feel pain?
죄송해요, 잘못 건드렸어요.
I'm sorry, I think it is something wrong.
지금 쿵쿵대는 소리도 잘못 건드려서 나는 거야, 미카?
Are those stomping noises also you, Mika?
저기요! 밖에!
Good luck! Outside!
방금 마주쳤던 개체와 동일한 종으로 보인다.
They appear to be of the same species as the one we encountered earlier.
비슷해 보이긴 하네요.
They do look pretty similar.
비슷한 것이 아니라 같은 개체에 속한다는 뜻이다.
They are not pretty similar. They are indeed of the same species. Okay. Everyone outside now! Outside. Oh my god. Jesus. That's terrifying. A giant enemy crab with a massive shipping container on its back loomed over us. Well, at least for a brief moment. We were soon overwhelmed by the sound of heavy metal scraping against the door.
좌우로 선제해라!
Man, spread out!
저건 어디를 또 깨부숴야 하는 거야?
Where do we have to get cracking this time? Just as we were all collectively losing our minds.
당연히 대가리를 깨부숴야지.
It's Noggin! Of course! Holy shit! Oh my god! It's a diver suit with a drill. I think this is a person whose identity we have. The one The Ishmaels won. Holy shit, they're cool as hell! A dark figure leaped down from somewhere onto the creature's head. King Trash Crab.
가만히 있어라. 헛짓거리하지 말고.
Sit still! Quit struggling! A blinding light and a deafening explosion assault the crab's shell. Damn. What a
도망가는 건가요?
loser. Is it fleeing? Oh my god! The figure leaped gracefully from the back of the fleeing creature and slowly approached us. Dude, this is sick as hell. Not gonna lie, I like this design. It reminds me of Big Daddy from BioShock. She squelched over the depressing mud flat in her swim fins and stood before us, a colossal harpoon resting on her shoulder.
그래. 너희가 그 녀석이 말한 버스 애들이냐?
Right, so you lot are the boss people that fella mentioned. After some time passes,
올가 씨까지 포함해 정식으로 소개드리죠.
allow me to formally introduce them with Olga this time. Oh, her name is Olga, okay.
이번 메피스토 팰리스의 개조에 도움을 주실 어금니 보트 센터라는 이름의 공방분들입니다.
They are from the Molar Boat Works, here to help us with modifications for Mephistopheles.
이야, 이렇게 소개를 받는 날도 있네. 아, 좀 쑥스러운 걸.
Dude, not gonna lie, these guys are so cool. Wow, we're getting a whole intro and everything? Call me flattered.
누님, 그래도 귀한 고객분들인데 행동을 가려서.
Big Sis, there still are two customers. We should watch her.
아우, 내가 뭘 그렇게 잘못했다고 그래. 나 아직 뭐 안 했거든?
Oh my god. I love her personality already. My god, what a voice acting. Hilarious. Oh, come on. I didn't do anything wrong, did I? I didn't even do anything yet.
아직이라는 게 문제죠.
Yet being the key word here.
개업한 지 얼마 되지도 않았는데 조심해서 나쁠 건 없잖아요.
Our business just opened, so there's nothing wrong with being a little careful.
업종을 갑자기 바꾸는 일이 쉬운 건 아니었을 텐데 할만했습니까?
I'd imagine the sudden switch in your career path couldn't have been easy. Was it manageable?
5급 해결사 올가.
Grade 5 fixer, Olga.
뭐
Well,
해결사!
Jesus. F-E-X-E-R!
뭐야?
What?
해결사 줬어? 어째? 고기야
Bro,
병이 난다고 생각했어. 어째요 다른 일을 하게 된 것이오? 해결사 일이 고되었던 것이오? 주로 어디에서 활동했던 것이오? 어떤 협회에서 어떤 시험을 치러서 5급까지 간 것이오? 역시 트레스 협회에서 공방 시험을 본 것인가?
She did not stop even for a second. Was she even taking any breaths? What the fuck? Bro, you cannot just be coming up to people and sniff them. Don Quixote. Oh god, this is gonna be... Oh god. Found a fixer? I thought I had caught a scent of the noble one. Wherefore hast thou strayed from the path of the fixer? The life of a fixer must have been a grueling one, surely. Where was thy most prolific district? Which association and which steps hast thou taken to rise to become a great five fixer? A worship exhibit, just association indeed? Bro. Just end me. For once I agree with you. For once I agree with you, Berg.
알겠어. 알아들었다네.
Fine. Yes, I understand.
미안하군요, 올가씨. 이제 시끄러운 건 잠잠해질 겁니다.
I apologize, Olga. Soon there will be peace and quiet.
붉은 시선.
The red gaze.
고맙습니다. 존대를 하는 게 너무 오랜만이라.
Greetings, I guess. Blimey, it's been so long since I had to be so polite.
그쯤 해두고.
Well, that's polite enough.
도서관에서의 사건 이후로 책으로부터 하나 둘씩 돌아왔던 모양이던데.
It seems people have been returning one by one from the books since the incident at the library. Library Arena? Okay, we're getting more fixer lore, And we know that Verge, our buddy here, is also a fixer. If I remember correctly. People have been returning one by one from the books, whatever that means. I guess the library, whatever that was, had a lot of fixers working for them. I guess. That's what I'm getting from this sentence, anyway.
어땠습니까, 당신들은?
How was it for you?
우리도 뭐 다르지는 않죠. 나 죽었나? 싶었더니 갑자기 눈을 떠보니 이 근처이지 뭡니까?
Same story here. One moment I was like, huh? Am I dead? And next, I'm suddenly waking up somewhere around here.
미카도 레인도 없었고 당장 배는 고프니까 뭐라도 먹어야겠다 싶어서.
No Mika, no rain. Stomach conquering. Thought I should grab myself a nosh, so...
어땠더라?
And, how did it go again?
크랩개가 튀어나와서 주변에 있는 걸 주워 무기를 만든 다음에 산산조각을 내고 구워 먹었다고 하셨죠.
A trash crab appeared, you fashioned a few things around you into a weapon, smashed its head in, turned it into a barbecue, Bob's your uncle.
맞아, 칠할맞게 맛없기는 했지만.
And Finny is your aunt! It tasted like ours, though. Dude, I love her.
그러다가 개에 붙은 폐품으로 고철 바꿔먹기를 시작했고.
Then you started selling scrap metal from the back of those crabs.
오케이, 레인. 네가 설명하는 게
Okay,
낫겠다.
Lane. Okay, Rain. How about I leave storytelling to you, yeah?
저 올가라는 사람은 뭔가 대충대충 스타일인 것 같네.
I knew you two would get along. you two are very similar. That Olga lady's got a pretty flippant personality, huh? Yeah, Roger. Like someone else I know.
어머? 누굴 말하는지 모르겠네.
I have no idea who you're talking about.
엄마? 이건 또 뭐래? 머리통이 의체인가?
Oh? What's this? That's a prosthetic head, isn't it?
누님, 자꾸 그러시면 이야기가 끝나지 않아요.
Makes sense. We'll be here all day if you keep derailing.
알았어, 알았다고.
Okay, gotcha. Dude, I love how much personality, first of all, she has, and how much personality the voice actress gives her. Like, this is so great. The woman they called Olga fell back, clicking her tongue. And a man they called Rain came forward, bringing us up to speed. He was a fixer working alongside Olga and Mika until they were all sucked into the library, getting wrapped up in these things called receptions. So that's why Mika was like, first said something about reception, but then she cracked it herself. Gotta be like an old habit. And just when he thought he was a goner, he suddenly came to, began wandering, and found Olga. They began collecting scrap metal together, with Mika joining along the way, and ended up running a workshop almost like they used to run the office back in the old days. This is fascinating. Hang on. Sucked into the library. What is... Do you mean that literally? Fascinating.
책에서 돌아오는 데에는 언제 죽었는지와 같은 순서가 따로 없었나?
So there wasn't any particular order in which they were returned from the book. Uh-huh. So the book, I assume, is one of the offices, right? If a corporation is called a library, then a book is like it's like an office. At least that's what I'm gathering here.
아직은 규칙성이 명확하지 않군.
Seems like he's wondering. He is very fixated on library, huh? Well, at least now we're getting some glimpse into his motives. The patterns have yet to reveal themselves to me. Vergilius muttered something to himself, looking at Faust, who stood near him. What are you two hiding? Faust nodded silently. Oh my god. She is hyperventilating and she has a shadow on her eyes. Things are looking rough. I think this is like the moment when we were like, okay, we've given you enough time alone, like, and space. We need to comfort you real quick or something. I knew that there was something between the two of them, but it was always about something apocryphal that I couldn't even begin to understand. Besides, I was starting to get worried about Ishmael, who was growing increasingly distraught. It was about time I talked to her about her sudden change. Ishmael, so you've been here before? It looked like you recognized those crabs from earlier.
네. 문제가 있나요?
Yes. Is there a problem? Huh? No, not really. I'm just wondering how they taste. It sounds like people eat those crabs.
무슨 의도로 그런 의미 없는 질문을 갑자기 하시는지 뻔히 보이지만
I can see plain as day what you're trying to do with that inane question, but
그래도 대답을 드리자면 네, 크랩 차우더로 꽤 먹어보았죠.
I'll entertain it anyway. Yes, I've had it more than a few times as crab chowder.
구역질을 억지로 참아야 했지만 뱉어내지 않으면 소화할 수는 있는 맛이라고 해야 할까요?
It was a pretty digestible flavor once I got past the vomit traveling back up my esophagus.
질문에 대한 답이 됐나요?
Does that answer your question? Yeah. Thanks. Yeah, I didn't think that was the best question I could have come up with, but her reception was much colder than I'd expected. Are you sure, Dante? she even entertained your question. I feel like that was way warmer than could have been.
그런데 먹을 수 있는 거군요. 저거 환상체나 뒤틀림 같이 생겼는데요.
So that thing is edible, huh? It almost looks like an abnormality or a distortion. No, I don't think that's an abnormality or distortion.
네? 그럼
Really? Then
환상체와 뒤틀림을 구분할 수 있는 단테 씨는 설명이 없어도 알 수 있으셨겠죠.
since Dante can distinguish between an abnormality and a distortion, they were able to tell without me explaining.
저것은 생물입니다. 돌연변이라고 할 수도 있겠군요. 그러니 이론적으로 섭취에는 문제가 없을 것입니다.
They are living organisms, mutants, if you will. Theoretically speaking, there shouldn't be any problem with ingesting them.
저희 할머니도 돌연변이 동물들을 많이 수집하곤 하셨죠. 저런 생물은 저도 처음 보지만요. 참 진기한 구경이네요.
Grandmother used to collect mutated animals too. I've never seen anything like this one though. What a priceless experience.
네, 그런 덕분에 저희가 밥도 먹고 정비 일도 할 수 있는 거죠.
Yep, so they're pretty much our daily grub. The woman they called Mika was walking over from inside the boat workshop, an inscrutable look on her face.
미카, 어때? 견적은 좀 나와?
Mika! So much of it we gotta work on here.
공방에서 일하시던 아버지께서는 말씀하셨죠.
You know, there's this thing that my father who worked in a workshop used to say.
싹 다 뜯어 고쳐야겠다.
The whole shebang.
뭐 엔진을 다 털어내야 한다던가 그런 거냐?
What? All the way down to the engines or something like that? Heathcliff, I think you found your brethren.
아니요. 그 부분까지는 건드릴 필요 없어요. 함부로 건드릴 엄두도 안 나고.
No, not that far. I won't dare go tinkering with that thing either.
버스 내부를 잠깐 봤는데 복잡한 것도 정도가 있어야 한다는 생각이 들더라고요.
I saw the internals of the bus and it's on a whole nother level of complexity.
하지만 그것 외에는 전부예요. 부력 발생 장치도 없고 프로펠러도 조타 장치도 없고요.
But yeah, pretty much everything else has to be changed. No flotating device, no propellers, no steering gear, nothing.
So, what do we do now?
그건 예상했습니다. 해결 방법을 제시하시죠.
This was to be expected. Please present us with the solution.
방금 저 관리자라는 분이 뭐라 말하신 것 같은데 그냥 째깍인 건가? 뭐 중요한 건 아니고.
Did the manager say something? Or do they just take talks sometimes? Well, anyway.
방법은 우리한테 있어요. 재료만 있으면 어떻게든 만들 수 있죠.
We do have a plan to fix it. What we lack are the parts.
기계를 개조할 재료라고 한다면은 뭐 어디 고철 같은 거라도 주워야 하나?
Oh, parts of the bus. What? You need us to collect the scrap or something?
잘 아시네요. 그리고 잘 하실 수 있을 거라고 보고요. 아까 보니까 잘 하실 것 같던데.
Yep, exactly. And from what I've seen so far, I'm certain you and your company are cut out for the job. With that, Mika pointed away, toward where the trash crabs were.
크랩개들을 처리하면 폐품을 모을 수 있을 겁니다.
Defeat the trash crabs, and you should be able to collect the scrap they're carrying.
몇 마리나?
How many do we need to kill? Gregory, if you want, you can sit this one out.
아주 많이요?
A lot?
그럼 그렇지. 일하려고 온 거구만. 그치?
Of course. And that's what you're here for, isn't it?
정확해.
Precisely.
이번 경유지에서 너희는 버스를 개조할 부품을 모아오면 된다. 황금가지를 찾아오는 것보다 쉽고 간편한 일이지.
The way he switched up his tone, bro. Okay, we get it. Your job at this stop is to collect parts to modify the bus. It's a far simpler and easier job than retrieving a golden bow.
자, 그럼 나는 이 협력업체 분들과 담소라도 나누고 있을 테니.
Now then, while I converse with our cooperators,
전원 바다로.
everyone to the beach.
저런 건 바다가 아니요.
That is the beach.
아니, 맞아요. 저 모습도 대호수의 일부. 바다라고도 불리는 한 모습이니까.
Yes, it is. Even that mud flat is a part of the Great Lake, also known as the sea. Bro, she is going through it. She is having some serious PTSD, bro. Like, holy crap. Man, Olga's so sick, bro. Ishmael Olga identity is also extremely cool. Now I want one. Why is there a circle there? An arrow. Time to collect scrap. Why do I need to spend... Hang on, what? I don't spend stamina? I spend in Keflin modules? What? Hang on now.
정리를 시작하겠어.
Okay, what's this? One wave. 7. Okay.
이상 승객을 정리합니다.
Stop flipping my screen. It's so cool.
깡총!
Gotcha! I'm not gonna get tired of repeating that.
예쁘네, 네 피분수.
My God.
날 뛰어보라고!
Glaze the grass.
씹는 맛이 있는데?
처리했어요.
Are those cannons?
이상 승객을 정리합니다.
Guard? Oh, you're a pussy, huh? 5 coins? Oh my god. Nah, that's an insane move. Stop it, he's already dead. That was an overkill. Okay. Foaming? Ew! Ew! Uh-oh. Oh! It's green now! Ew! Oh! Uh-oh. Oh my god, if I was just going through it.
이상 승객을 정리합니다.
What? Well, that was a moan, okay. So he has like a counterattack or whatever. Huh. Damn, okay. Ew, it has small hands.
아무래도 다른 사우들의 목까지 해결해 버린 모양이구려. 보상은 없는가? 잠시 다른 일을 하는 것이어도 좋으니.
Makeshift bus mods. Mods. Twist their shells. We've been at it for about 2 days, perhaps. We were able to defeat a considerable number of trash crabs and collect enough scrap to fill a whole wagon, and then some.
네, 이 정도면 해볼 수 있겠네요.
Yo, this is so cool. Boat, not to mix with road. Yo. Nephi, you're so cool. Right, I think this will be enough for us to get started.
휴, 그럼 이제 쉬어도 되는 거지? 들려? 어깨 돌릴 때마다 뚜둑 소리 나고 있잖아.
Can we rest now? Listen, I can hear my shoulders creaking with every move.
로자 씨, 그러니까 겁이라도 주는 것 같잖아요. 자제를.
Roja, can you stop that? It looks like you're flexing at them.
개조를 하는 데 드는 시간도 있을 테니 적어도 며칠은 즐길 수 있겠어.
Well, it'll take some time to modify the bus, so we'll at least have a few days to enjoy.
물론 여전히 휴양과 어울리지 않는 곳이지만.
Though this place doesn't exactly resemble a tourist attraction. As soon as we're all busy stretching and chattering, relieved that the work was finally over, but I had a terrible feeling that this was probably not the end of our toil.
네? 쉬기는 뭘 쉬어요?
Eh? Enjoy what? Oh? Of course. I knew it.
제가 말한 건 이제 시작만 해볼 수 있겠다고 말한 거예요.
I said it was enough to get started.
그렇다는 것은
Which means...
당연히 더 주워오셔야죠.
Which means you'll have to go collect more scrap, of course.
참고 삼아. 그 양은?
How much more to be exact?
지금의 한 5배?
About 5 times the amount you've collected so far.
미카! 후륜 쪽도 포함해야 할 것 같은데?
Nika! We're going to have to work on the rear wheels too!
7배로 방금 막 늘어났어요.
Sorry. 7 times.
지금까지 효율을 고려하면 적절한 휴식은 취하지 못하겠군.
Considering our current productivity rates, it seems that we will not be provided with adequate rest.
기존보다 수면에 할애하던 시간을 줄이는 편이 좋을 것이다.
Perhaps reducing the time dedicated to sleep would be contributive to our collective effort.
이럴 수는 없는 거요. 이럴 수는 없어.
Damn. No! This cannot be! We simply cannot! Don Quixote looked as though she was about to collapse, a woeful look on her face.
아니, 있잖아. 이런 고철 덩어리들을 주워온다고 작업이 되긴 되는 거야?
Hang on a sec, though. How does collecting these pieces of scrap even help modify the bus?
그야 고철을 적당히 볼트로 결합하는 방식이라면 죽도 밥도 안 되겠지만.
Of course, if you were simply bolting these scraps onto the bus willy-nilly, it wouldn't amount to much.
유사의 특이점을 이용해 결합하는 과정을 거치면 마치 처음부터 자신의 부속품이었던 것처럼 기능하게 할 수 있으니까요.
By using U-Corp Singularity to fuse the parts, we can make them work as though they were tailor-made for the bus. Interesting. So U-Corp Singularity is kind of like welding almost. Huh. Curious.
유사? 걔네 특이점이라면 무슨 음식 완벽히 포장하는 기술 아니었어?
U-Corp? I thought their deal was some kind of a food packaging tech.
뜯기 전까지는 절대 내용물이 변하지 않는 그런 거였는데? 거기서 제조했던 통조림도 요긴하게 먹고 그랬었는데.
You know, stuff that stops the contents inside from spoiling or changing in any form until you open the packaging. I used to eat a bunch of their canned food.
어째 누님과 똑같은 말씀을 하시네요. 둥지마다 특이점을 활용한 여러 기술들이 있을 수도 있는 거잖아요.
Funny. Bixu said the exact same thing. More parallels between the two. Man, you two really are similar. You should make out. Some nests have more than one way of using their singularity, in case you didn't know. Ah, that makes sense. Although, still, huh. What? A singularity that can make any parts tailor-made for any structure, being able to weld it properly, but also that prevents food inside from spoiling. Well, that's a first.
원리만 활용한다면 근본적인 특이점을 기반으로 얼마든지 활용하여 A사의 기반 특허를 낼 수 있습니다. 유사에서는 현상 보존 포장 기술과 더불어 공명 굽수가 유명하죠.
If the working principle is the same, one can always utilize the singularity's fundamentals to patent a singularity-based technology at A Corp. U Corp is not only known for its stasis preservation packaging, but also for its resonance tuning fork.
Okay. Resonance tuning fork. Oh my god, okay. So we're seeing a lot of food-related things. Crabs are used for food. U-Corp's technology is used for food. But also an interesting A-Corp mention. So I'm assuming A-Corp, as the beginning of the alphabet, is the central corporation. Because if I remember correctly, they go in a spiral, starting from the center and going outward. So it's like A in the center, then there goes B and C, and it just goes around it. Round and round. So A-Corp seems to be like a big deal, since it has the authority to patent other Corp's technologies. Fascinating. So, stasis preservation. Bro, what is this technology? Holy shit, I'm so curious now. This singularity is seemingly crazy. Like, can you can a person and put them in a stasis? Hello?
공명급세.
Oh god. Did the music switch? The sudden shift. Resonance tuning fork.
그놈이랑 똑같았지.
Just like that bastard.
여기저기에 엉겨붙고 유착되어서는
Entwined. Fused with things. Oh. When Chief said bastard, I assumed like it was a person who had that fork and was doing some shenanigans with it. But now that she is describing it, entwined, fused with things, it reminds me more of the whale. Potentially. I'm not sure. I'm not too sure. But this to me implies that the whale is fused with a bunch of scary stuff.
기어이 삼켜버리겠지. 언제 그랬냐는 듯.
Oh. Bro, what is going on? Does that whale have forks for teeth? And eventually devour them all. So they never even existed.
Ishmael, what's the problem?
관리자님, 지금이라도 베르길리우스 씨에게 말해주세요.
Dante, you have to tell Virgilius immediately.
순서를 바꿔서 다른 지부의 황금 가지를 해결하자고요.
Tell him that we have to collect the golden bows of other branches first.
Give me a moment, Ishmael. Are you okay?
지금은 충분하지 않아요. 모두의 경험도, 대호수에 대한 것도, 고래에 대한 지식도.
No, we're not ready. We're inexperienced. We don't know enough about the Great Lake nor about the whale.
그래요. 제가 알려드리고 도와드릴게요. 충분한 시간이 지난 후에 도전해야만 하는 곳이에요. 저곳은. 그러니까.
I know. I'll help you out. I'll help you make Virgilius understand. We shouldn't go there. Not yet. I am telling you, that place is.
야, 자꾸 뭐 하자는 거야? 아까 먹은 크랩 차우더인지 뭔지가 잘못되기라도 했냐?
Blimey, what's going into you, eh? What? Getting indigestion from the crab chowder or something?
다 같이 그 개 같은 개딱지 내장을 긁어먹긴 했지만 전 아주 멀쩡해요.
We all scraped through the same crab guts, but I'm totally fine.
근데 뭐가 문제야? 뭐 지금까지는 우리가 준비해서 쳐들어갔냐? 다 뒤져가면서 해결한 일이잖아.
So what's got you throwing a fit? This ain't the first time we're going in not knowing a nit about what we're doing. We've been dead enough times to get used to it.
죽고 죽어가면서 일을 처리한 게 어디 자랑할 거리는 아닌 거 아시죠?
Dying your way through a mission isn't really something to be proud of, Heathcliff.
저희가 그냥 해결사였다면 첫 임무부터 진작의 전원 사망으로 순식간에 협회에서 이름이 지워졌겠죠.
If we were your average fixers, we would have been dead and gone in our very first mission. Our names scraped clean from whatever association's registry.
야, 누가 몰라? 나도 뒷골목 조직 생활하면서 몇 번이나 죽을 뻔했는데 목숨이 하나뿐인 걸 모르겠냐고.
You think we're daft? I've had enough years toiling and brushing with death with the syndicates of the back streets to know that I've got but one life.
그거랑 다르지. 지금은 시계 대가리 덕분에 여러 번 살아나고 있잖아.
But it's different now. Clockface here to bring us back every time.
지금까지 운이 좋았으니까 멀쩡하게 살아날 수 있었다고 생각하지는 않나 보죠?
Don't you think we've simply been lucky that Dante was able to bring us back intact?
아니, 야! 왜 자꾸 못한다고 하는 건데? 환상체한테 머리가 깨져서 뒤졌으면 이번에 다리를 내주고 피하고 그렇게 계속 쳐부술 수 있는 거잖아, 어?
What's with the attitude? If you never melted cracks my skull, turn the clock and I'll let it crack my leg next time. We can keep crawling back until they're smashed into pieces, no?
지금껏 겪었던 게 전부라고 생각하세요? 그럴 리가 없잖아요.
Oh, so you think we've seen everything there is to see at this point? You know that's not true.
최악의 경우엔 복구가 불가능할 수도 있는 거예요. 시계를 아무리 쳐 돌려도.
In the worst case scenario, Dante could turn the clock all day and not be able to bring us back.
다시 원래대로 돌아가지도 못할 수 있다고요.
What if we encounter something we can never come back right from? Huh. Interesting. What would that be to make her so convinced that Dante's clock would probably not work? Or at least, maybe it would bring them back to life, but not in their normal state. Something that cannot be rewinded from. If they are welded to something else instead? I mean... Curious. If a person gets welded to something. Let's just imagine. Sinclair gets cut in half, right? And his top half is welded to the back of the whale. For example, if Dante turns the clock and rewinds his body's status, what would happen to the welding? Sinclair's body would not be considered welded, but the whale's back would still kind of be holding onto it? Would it or... I mean, that's a fascinating question to think about.
특히 그 거대한 고래는 됐어요.
Especially that monstrous whale. Never mind.
설명해도 못 알아들을 것처럼 말하지 마라. 어?
Oh, don't do that. Like I won't understand a thing.
말도 못 알아듣는 버러지 취급하는 것 같아서 열받으니까.
It knocks me when you treat me like a stupid sod.
개!
자, 말씀 좀 여쭙겠소.
Now, if you will allow me to inquire. Oh, look who's stepping in! It was perhaps because he was never the type to do such a thing. But the crowd immediately fell silent when Yi Sang suddenly, loudly, and uncharacteristically intruded upon their argument.
그대들 버스에서 제법 하고픈 것이 많다 하지 않았는가?
Let us call to mind the various desires of ours that we enthusiastically proclaimed on our journey here.
과업이 남은 것은 사실이나 소기의 목표를 달한 것도 사실이요. 그렇다면 짤다알막한 휴식 정도는 바랄 수 있을 거라 보우만.
It is true, there is still significant toil to be had, yet it can also be said that we have accomplished a certain milestone. Perhaps a momentary respite is warranted.
단테, 이 정도는 괜찮지 않겠소?
Isn't that true, Dante?
My boy Yi Sang, my boy. Look at him. He's grown so much. He's grown so fast. Yi Sang. This is the first time Yi Sang appeared so dependable since we started our bus journey. I nodded emphatically. Yeah, I agree with Yi Sang. I think we can slow down for a bit and do some team building activities together. How's that sound?
네, 조금 쉬고 계셔도 될 것 같네요.
Sure. I think you guys can take some time off.
저희 쪽에서 준비가 되면 말씀드릴게요.
We'll let you know once we're ready.
저기! 그렇다면
Excelsior! In that case,
비치 볼리볼! 다들 하지
Shut up.
않겠는가?
Shut up, bro. Shut up. I cannot take this. I've had enough of that in the previous episode. I can't. Come on, you. Clock in. Clock in. I say that we partake in a game of beach volleyball. With Don Quixote's well-timed assist, the almost icy mood seems to defrost slightly. Oh Lord. Beach volleyball. Beach volleyball. Oh, brother. Wait, hang on. Now, this one takes encapsulating, not modules. What? Okay. Whatever you say.
정리를 시작하겠어.
본인이 똑똑히 보았다네.
Dude, I'm so happy to see how much this thing has grown. And look, did you see what he did? Oh my god. He is actively trying to be different, to change. To become a better version of himself. I'm so proud. I have witnessed it myself.
분명 밀려들어온 태풍과 쓰레기들 사이에서 공 같은 것이 있었음을.
There was, and I speak with certainty, what has appears to be a ball of sorts amongst the stranded trash.
공도 있고 사람도 해변도 있으니 이럴 때 놀지 않는다는 것은 불합리하다고 해도 과언이 아니지 않겠는가?
To be no puffery to say that 'tis true injustice to deny ourselves merriment when a ball, able bodies, and breach all awaits us.
이걸 해변이라고 부를 수 있는지는 모르겠지만요.
Can we really call this a beach though?
돈키호테, 여기 놀러 온 거 아니라니까?
Don Quixote, I told you, we're not here for a vacation.
본인도 아오. 주원은 고마우나 우리 모두의 단합을 위해 잠시 휴식하는 것이 도움이 되지 않겠는가 하는 마음인 것이요.
Bro. She sounds so excited. She is such a ray of sunshine, bro. This is just genuine happiness.
That I am well aware, dear Gregor. I appreciate thine advice, and I simply do not have it within mine heart to deny such a proposal when an opportunity to bring us together presents itself.
그래. 앞으로는 표정이라도 숨기면서 말하는 게 어때?
Yeah, okay. At least hold back that big grin next time, why don't you?
아니, 나도 동의하오.
Yes, I am in agreement with Don Quixote.
Holy hell. Who could have thought? Who could have seen that coming? He sang with Don Quixote.
이상씨?
이상?
돌이켜보면 벗들과 이렇다 할 체육 활동을 한 적도 없어.
Upon reflection, I have no memory of engaging in such a sport with my fellows.
구기 종목에 특출한 재능이 있는 것은 아니지만 이참에 경험하는 것도 귀중할 테지.
I cannot say that I am particularly talented in games of the ball variety, but this appears to be as good a time as any to experience it for once.
그러니 해봄이 어떤가? 발리볼.
Volleyball.
So, let us partake in this game of volleyed balls.
Yes! Let us partake in the game of balls!
아, 참.
준비가 안 됐는데.
We're so not ready.
Come on, Heath. Come on, buddy. You gotta let out some steam.
한그럽게 공이나 튀기고 있을 때가 아닌데. 애초에 우리는 유자 너무 풀어졌어. 그래, 저번이 유독 운이 좋았던 거겠지.
This is only the time to play ball games We've been slacking too much as of late. Yeah, we were too lucky last time.
Ishmael was starting to practically ooze all over with an ominous aura. Yeah, man. The paranoia is extreme. It might be a good idea to divert her attention for a bit. You think you will be able to?
Let's play Beach Volleyball.
현명한 선택이요. 내가 공을 찾아오겠네.
A wise decision. I shall retrieve El Balloon.
아, 참.
Oh boy.
관리자께서 결정하신 유희다. 모두 표정 풀고 기쁘게 받들도록.
This is a downtime activity designated by none other than our executive manager. Everyone, quit grimacing and accept it with gratitude.
아, 알았다고. 아, 뛰다가 허리나 삐끗하지 않으면 좋겠구만.
Okay. I just hope I don't pull my back playing this game.
경기 규칙과 규격은 알고 있다. 직접 경기장을 그리도록 하지.
I am aware of the rules and the specifications of this game. Allow me to draw the arena. There were grumbling sinners, beaming sinners, reticent sinners. Their reactions were all varied, but everyone eventually mosaid out of an empty lot to play beach volleyball. Beach volleyball! I stretched, hoping that this activity would help break up the tense atmosphere. Some time later.
자, 그럼 가겠어.
Oh god. Now, let us commence! The field was drawn over a squelchy mud flat. The worn ball rocketed into the air with Don Quixote's serve.
이렇게 하는 것이요?
There's my boy. There he is. Having fun. Oh my god, look at Ishmael, bro. Everyone's trying to have fun. Ishmael's like, ooh, Chad, we're so cooked. We are so cooked.
Is this how the game is played?
With Yi Sang's nice receive, it was starting to look like we had a proper game going.
그렇지. 잘하네.
Yup. You're pretty good.
으차.
으차.
어이구야.
왜요?
쓸데없는 짓이야.
Meaningless hollowness.
자.
오티스 씨, 방금 공 못 피했으면 저 죽을 뻔했을 것 같은데.
Otis, I think that serve would have killed me if they hadn't dodged it in time. Bro, they needed to add a sound effect of a ball being hit like a rocket.
훈련의 일종이다.
Consider this a part of our training. Don't cut the ball. Don't cut the ball. Don't cut the ball.
Ryoshok, you're not supposed to hit the ball with your sword. Oh, you're so silly.
자, 내가 받았어.
자, pursuit. I have received thy ball. Don't take that out of context.
어,
이럴 시간에 고래의 특징이라도 공부해둔다면.
wasting time I could be using on to study the whale's characteristics. Bro. What do you even do in this situation? How do you help Ishmael here? Every canto, I just feel bad every time.
대호수를 건너갈 나침반도 없는 것 같고.
Dude. She still looks so pretty. But damn. I literally don't know what to do in this situation. When a person is so paranoid. For a valid reason. Like, if there was nothing to worry about, I'd be like, okay, what we need to do is try to help her relax. And not worry about what's to come. Bro, I'm worried for what's to come. I cannot blame her. And we don't even have a compass to guide us through the Great Lake.
젠장, 그 자식은 분명히 어떻게든 살아있을 거야.
Damn it. And that bastard has still got to be alive somehow. Okay, so the someone who she calls a bastard is different from the whale. Good to know. I'm thinking that this someone is who Heathcliff's identity is mirroring. Potentially. Maybe someone else, I don't know.
아이씨, 진짜!
For fuck's sake, woman!
Holy shit. Heathcliff, unable to stand Ishmael's attitude any longer, kicked the ball with enough force that it just might burst. And the ball flew way over the mark and towards the boundary separating us from the pristine beach we saw a few days ago. And from the sounds of it, this shit can be broken? I really thought there was like some kind of barrier that was like impossible to cross. Or at least very difficult to. Bro, a beach volleyball could crack it? Damn. Or no? Hard to tell. We did hear cracks. Did the ball just pop?
네, 가시되지 않은 플라즈마장이 형성되어 있는 것 같군요.
It most certainly has. There appears to be a field of plasma invisible to our eyes. Plasma? Some kind of electrical field. Damn. Look at that guy on the right. He's just looking at us. He's looking at us and with his huge grin. Fuck you.
A field of plasma? Who put a field of plasma on the beach?
둥지와 뒷골목을 구분하기 위한 일종의 장치죠. 형식은 제각각이더라도 모든 둥지의 경계에는 비슷한 것들이 존재합니다.
A barrier of sorts, installed to separate the nest from the back streets. Along with the borders of every nest are installations that serve the same function, though their specific methods may vary.
뻔하지. 뒷골목 사람들이 둥지로 못 끼어들어오게 하려는 울타리는 어디에나 흔하게 있으니까.
Of course. There are always fences and whatnot to stop back streets residents from crawling into their precious nests. And this coming from Roger? Yeah.
그런데 말이야. 저 기술로는 흔적도 안 남게 할 수도 있었을 텐데. 저런다는 건.
But with this technology, they could have simply made the ball disappear without a trace, instead of leaving the torn pieces. Which gotta mean... I mean, okay, I don't really follow this logic because, well, if they could do it, that doesn't mean that they should specifically do it because it's gonna take more resources, more power, for something that's not exactly necessary.
보란듯이 터뜨려버려서 그것마저도 오락으로 만들려는 생각인 거지. 부자들은 즐길 놀이가 많겠어.
They want to enjoy watching clueless souls be ripped to pieces, I bet. I'm glad the rich folk are having so much fun with our lives.
기술의 구체적인 의도나 과시성에 대해서는 제 쪽에선 말할 수 있는 게 없군요.
I have no comment to make regarding the device's particular purpose or its sadistic nature.
콩, 1시간이나 걸려서 찾았는데.
It took me a whole hour of my time to procure us the ball.
다들 정신 차려. 저 공 터지는 소리 때문에 개딱지 놈들이 몰려오고 있다고.
Brace yourselves. The son of the ball popping distracted with the trash crabs.
너 이따가 보자.
I'll have a chat after this. Not gonna lie, I really like what's going on between Heathcliff and Ishmael. They have been building up towards this, even in previous cantos, in Intervallos too. Man. Like, Ishmael's is such an interesting case. She is so traumatized. When you try to have fun and relax, it backfires. When you try to be confident and show that everything is in the back, we got this, she also gets put off by this, as we saw in the first Intervallo with Gregor. I actually think that Heathcliff's attitude could help out in this situation. Being kind and soft might not be enough to break through Ishmael's walls. That she is also... She kind of reminds me of myself sometimes. Because even if she actually needs her walls to be broken, she will still fight back. If someone tries to break her walls, she will bite back. Which might not be healthy, but it seems like a defense mechanism from previous trauma. Oh, man. I really thought that this could be the activity to dramatically bring us all together.
And it's all gone to hell. Inferno, am I right? Why does this keep happening?
뭐 이제는 익숙해질 때도 되지 않았나, 관리자 양반? 저것 때부터 빠르게 처리하자고.
Isn't it about time we got used to this manager battle? Come on, let's first take care of business. Yeah. Man, I am so curious.
이상 승객을 정리합니다.
I'm so curious to see where Ishmael's story will go.
how they will write her moving forward, how they are gonna go around
신속히
her trauma. We still need to learn about it too.
이쁘네.
씹는 맛이
네
있는데?
피분수.
Not gonna lie, W Corp Isang got the moves. He got the moves. Oh my god, this is a spiky boy.
고귀하게.
Get his ass. I love that at the end.
씹는 맛이 있는데?
씹는데. Disgusting. Bruh. What is this crap made of?
이제 쉬시게.
Itchy. Shishki. Man, I am eating this up. I love how much conflict there is between the cast.
피분수가 폭죽보다도 높이 솟아올랐어. 아니야, 이렇게 크게 웃으면 안 돼. 아름다움을 잃지 않게.
Man.
그리고 제2 권속으로서의 품위도 잃지 않게 하자.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. I'm absolutely loving this. This storyline so far. This is so fascinating. I love when we have conflict between characters, conflicts that are yet to be resolved, that we need to work through. It shows. It shows that not everybody is perfect. It shows Heathcliff's downsides. It shows Ishmael's downsides. It shows everyone's downsides. But also their good sides as well. And how sometimes the bad sides can be used in a good way. Because sometimes it's necessary to break through the person, their walls. Like, I'm loving this. I cannot wait to get deeper into it. I am so surprised that this Intervallo is covering this much already. It's as if I'm experiencing the Kanto already, you know? Like, this is the stuff I was expecting from the Kanto. Ishmael, the conflict. And I'm getting this. I am eating this up. Which makes me question what the hell is going to be happening in the Kanto. Are we gonna resolve this in the Intervallo? Or, like, what is going to happen, bro? I'm so curious. I am geeking out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Vroom vroom.